What's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? In this game, we have Rollin in orange as the Japanese against Trakor in blue as the Mongols. I'm interested, as always, to see old civilizations go against new civilizations. Mongols are very well known for their heavy feudal style, or excuse me, their heavy Dark Age style play, aka tower rushing. Grab a couple spears, drop a tower at your enemy gold base, and try to delay them as much as possible, while you as a Mongol player, go into feudal, start printing out keshiks 2 at a time, and apply pressure yet again with a handful of keshiks, a handful of spears and archers, in order to delay your opponent as much as possible yet again into you hit castle. It's a heavy snowball style play style, which does benefit them a lot. We don't see any type of that at all from what it seems like. It's a very standard play coming from our Mongol player, and by standard I mean non-tower rush. There's a lot of sheep getting picked up. Holy moly. 6 sheep. It sounded like 4 bells went off right then and there. Meanwhile, for our Japanese player, he's sitting on about 4 additional sheep. He didn't get a Dark Age Tuara upgrade. I really like going for the Dark Age Tuara. It does set you back about 10 seconds than normal, 10 to 15 seconds. Then going for a normal 7-3 split with no Tuara, but I really do like it because it does increase your stone gather as well. So since you do get the extra 3 carry capacity, whenever you turn in, oh, he's switching over to stone right now. For every 5 stone or gold you get, you'll get 1 of the other. So if you get 10 gold, you'll get 2 stone. With the Tuara upgrade, it increases your carry capacity to 13. So what the game ends up doing is it rounds up. Instead of getting 2 stone for 13 gold, you'll get 3 stone for the 13 gold. So the little increment does help. In the long run of things, you do get the added benefit quite quickly, but the payout will take an additional actually you'll get the payout pretty quick within 15-20 seconds of getting the upgrade. You also get the 7% increased gather rate too, so the payoff is fairly quick. In all honesty, I really like getting the Dark Age Tuara. Over here with our Mongol player, we do see the silver tree. He has scouted out that he's going to be getting he hasn't fully seen it yet, but he knows it's not on the eastern side, so he knows that it's going to be on the southern for sure. Going with the silver tree, gonna start getting that trade up and running. The Koka Township comes down for Rollin, our orange Japanese player, at the front of his base as well, which is a little strange because he's just straight up telegraphing it instead of putting it in the back of his base or somewhere less visible. We'll see what he's going to be able to do with this though, and we'll see if Trakor is going to go for a heavy trade. If he moves the silver tree down here and starts just double producing, and then while he's double producing, he has a villager building a second market up here towards the east, or if he's just gonna single produce, keep the landmark, keep the silver tree where it is, and try not to be super greedy. So it's backed up, and it does look like he's gonna be a little greedy. Instantly gonna start moving it out to the eastern side to maximize the amount of gold that he does get from those trades. Meanwhile, the first shinobi is out and gets shot at by the Khan. 2 damage. Perfectly fine though. Doesn't seem like Trakor noticed the shinobi though. What Rollin does notice though is, or what he is going to notice, is that the silver tree has been moved and is getting placed in an extremely greedy location. Max distance. He's gonna go for a very, very greedy style, greedy play style right now, with where he is placing his market, or not his market, his silver tree. The stable is pretty much done at the moment. First shinobi is out, or first shinobi is all the way at Trakor's base already, sabotages the archery range, so it does delay production for 30 seconds, and he's double producing, Trakor's double producing manganite. Oh, one moment, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. So production has been halted. It's for 30 seconds, and now it's back up and running, but that's 30 seconds that no units were produced. Rollin notices where the placement of the silver tree is and is going to start rallying units out over there. Able to cancel the stable that Trakor was attempting to place right next to the shinobi for some weird reason. That seemed like it was doomed to fail. The manganite are gonna start coming out to our out. They're gonna kill off this shinobi pretty quickly, and also the second shinobi. There's sabotage goes off. The second one is able to go off. That is gonna halt production again for a total of a minute on that archery range. How long do these take to produce? 23. Oh, actually, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. Wow, it doesn't give us full production time on there. So it takes about 25 seconds for them to produce. So he could have potentially had six. Yeah, 6 manganite out so far, and he only has 2, with the next set barely coming out at the moment as well. Uma Bannerman and a single horseman are out. Is he going to be able to get the charge off? No. Keshik is out as well. A lot of damage coming onto both of those manganite, or both of those cavalry units of our Japanese player. Speed boost coming through as well. Uma Bannerman charge. No spear charge. He was thinking about it. He's going to be able to pick off at least one. Keep the other 2 alive. Both of them are extremely weak though. A horseman just runs right past the lancer. That's a lot of damage that's getting put on. Turns around, Rollin turns around. Is going to be able to pick off the manganite. Is he going to be able to pick off the Khan as well? Not quite yet. Charge. Do we have +1 attack? Yes, we do. Charge from the Keshik comes off onto the horseman. Able to get it. Khan goes down. Uma Bannerman goes down. The Keshik could turn around and kill off that extremely low health horseman. Horsemen are going to rotate around to the eastern side, try to pick off whatever traders they're going to be able to. It doesn't look like any are actually going to be there, but it is a small deterrent on those Keshiks. A total of 3 Keshiks for Mangadai are out for our Mongol player. As for our Japanese player, he's sitting on 7 horsemen, 1 spear, and 1 Uma Bannerman. Yes. 4 horsemen for Rollin are on the eastern side right now, going to start looking for those traders. There aren't any anywhere near the landmark at the moment though. Oh, I don't know why I clicked half speed. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the base, or on the opposite side of the map, we see Trakor going in for a little bit of harass of his own. First trader is gonna go down. What are you doing, Rollin? What are you doing? Your job with these horsemen is to kill as many traders as you can, but he's getting preoccupied back at his base. Trakor doesn't have any kills yet, but he is currently idling 7 villagers. As we're with these horsemen, they're finally doing what they're supposed to be doing and killing traders. 1 trader goes down. He could have had 2 or 3 already, but the counter harass is just pulling his attention way too much for him to be able to do anything there. he has another Rollin does have another little small force rotating towards the silver tree, but only one villager, one worker has went down, and it's in favor of our Japanese player. These Mangandai, they're putting in a decent amount of work. These are 5 potential villagers that could go down right now, but no focus fire coming through from Trakor onto those villagers, so they're going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, he has 2 little cav forces running by over here. Come on. What's going on? Rollin, you're missing so many kills. Able to pick off a Keshik though, potentially a second one as well. If this Mangandai doesn't get microed, he'll be able to get that too. But over here on the opposite side of the map, we have 12 villagers for Rollin getting idle, and another horseman will go down to the Mangandai. Oh no, they decided to spare his life. 2 traders have went down so far for Trakor. That's a decent little army that he has going on there. A 3rd one and a 4th trader will be going down. Does he know about that? There's no way that he knows about the villagers right there though, but he is idling out 4 traders at the moment. Rollin is. There's actually a lot of villagers that aren't doing anything. A total of 17 workers for Trakor are idle, 4 of which are traders. And okay, he notices and he's moving them over to the berries. Another trader goes down. This little hit squad is just murdering the traders as they spawn. Nothing else is really happening for Trakor. He killed a decent chunk of Rollin's military force that was here and delayed some production, but that was it. He wasn't able to get any villager kills. Rollin is sitting at 41 vills to Trakor's 48, but Rollin has 20 army to 13. Nice charge goes off from those Keshiks, able to pick off a horseman before the fight starts, but in response, Rollin kills one of Trakor's Mangandai. Spears brace, get a ton of damage onto those Keshiks, and able to pick off one as well. Another charge, 2 more Mangandai go down. Currently Trakor is sitting at 7 Keshik, 2 Mangoes. As we're with Rollin, he's on 13 spears, 8 horsemen, and his Uma bannerman. Doesn't look like he's going to be going up to his tier 2 daimyo anytime soon. He is just going to try to apply as much pressure as he can. Donates a horseman to the Mongol Empire. What are we sitting at over here? We have 2 stables and an archery range for our Mongol player. 2nd TC does come up, but the Uvu is depleted. Thankfully, he does have a 2nd one fairly close right there. The military force from Rollin is just going to be pushing through. More villagers go down for Trakor, and we should see Rollin rotating towards the eastern side again to try to pick off as many traders as he can. He's already sitting at 7 worker kills, 46 villagers for Rollin to Trakor's 55, 29 military for Rollin to Trakor's 15. That villager count is going to grow by a significant margin since he is sitting on 2 TC, since Trakor is sitting on 2 TC at the moment. But will he be able to sustain? Because at the moment, that's a huge military force for Rollin, currently burning down the silver tree. Trakor is going to be moving over to Rollin's side of the map, doing a little bit of poke damage to the reinforcing. Oh, actually just a single reinforcing unit. We'll see if Trakor's going to be able to get any damage done. Rollin's already preparing for this. He's pulled a couple of his villagers off from the deer carcasses that he had over here on the northeastern side of his base. Meanwhile, the silver tree does go down for Trakor, and now Rollin seems like he's going to go for a heavy push in. Currently, Trakor's military force that's attempting to go in consists of the Khan, 8 Keshiks, and 4 Mengadai. And over here for Rollin, we have 17 spears, 9 horsemen, and an Uma Bannerman that are going to push in, go after the Uvu first to stop any potential of double production coming through. And now Trakor is forced back home with 0 damage done. That is a terrible, terrible position to be. This is a terrible position to be in for our Mongol player. Meanwhile, we see floating gate coming through for Rollin going into the castle age, and nothing to be seen for our Mongol player. He is going to try to reposition his stable, and Trakor has 12 archers, 9 Keshiks, and 4 Mengadai. Not going to be able to do much of anything against the 25 spears, 15 horsemen that decide to turn around and fully envelop the archer ball. In between them and the Uma Bannerman, this little cliffside right there was hugely beneficial to Rollin. And now he's pulling the traders along with him. There is a tower that's putting in a ton of damage in the background while these Mengadai are trying to poke down as many spears as they can. A little bit of a wraparound coming through on the eastern side for our Keshik, or for our Mongol player with his Keshiks. Are these spears going to be able to brace in time? Doesn't look like he was fully committing his Keshik into the army. This is a heavy loss for Rollin without any type of trades, but he is gathering the rest of his remaining forces up right now. A lot of damage came in on those Keshiks. One goes down instantly. A second one is about to drop. Mengadai are down. Khan is down. Trakor's army gets fully engulfed by the Japanese military force. He's able to get away. Trakor's able to get away with a few Keshik. One gets killed on its retreat. Keshik decide to charge in on the horsemen, and now the spears get a ton of damage in yet again onto them. He loses 1 Keshik for 1 spear. The spears are going to be able to chase down these Keshiks, adding in a little bit of poke damage every time they get close. 22 military. Nice charge onto the horsemen from the Keshiks, and one goes down. Yet another Keshik goes down to the spears. There's been a lot of control coming in from Rollin. He's still sitting on 10 spears and 2 horsemen. Keshik numbers have been dwindled down to only 2. Archers sitting at 5 currently. The Uma Bannerman is chasing down the remaining archers and just poking them little by little. Not entirely sure why Trakor put his Keshik inside of the base when they should be out here killing the Uma Bannerman instead of letting villagers just die. The Uma Bannerman does go down. Trade has been completely cut off. A single villager is attempting to bring it back. Another run by on the eastern side with Rollin's horsemen pick off another villager. Currently Rollin has 16 villager kills to Trakor's 0. Rollin has 61 villagers, 10 military to Trakor's 76 villagers and 18 military. That 2 TC play is paying off. He's able to keep that numbers advantage in terms of villagers. That number advantage also means he's going to be able to have, the longer the game progresses, the more production, the more resources, the more everything Trakor is going to have. But Rollin is in castle age. He hasn't got very many or hardly any of his castle age upgrades, I don't believe. Anyways, he's sitting on +2. Okay, the UI is a little bugged then. So he's currently sitting on +2 melee attack and +1 melee armor, +1 melee or ranged armor. Okay, no, never mind. It's just the attack that isn't up there. Okay. First relic is coming back towards Rollin's base, Rollin's allowing Trakor to get a little bit of an advantage now. Charge comes through with the Uma Bannerman. They pick off one of the traders. Is trade up and running yet? I don't believe so. No, it's not. Still has about 800 health to go. These Uma Bannermen are putting in a lot of work back here. They were able to pick off a few more villagers. He's Rollin sitting on 21 villager kills. These walls aren't done yet. This could be a lot of damage that Trakor could get done. The wall is still open on the eastern side. Pull villagers. Get that wall done. And the Keshet make it into the berry bush. It's going to be a quick gate, a palisade gate coming up. But a lot of villagers are going to go down right there. Kills off 5 before they make it out. The mounted samurai are here to put in a little bit of a defense. Not really going to be able to do much against that many Keshik. Uma Bannerman is here as well. Villagers are able to get the full wall off before all the mounted samurai. There's more flooding in though. Another 3 come in to protect their Bannerman. Gotta keep him up. Gotta keep him alive. I think that was about 6 or 7 Keshik that just went down, with a total of 5 villager kills though going towards Trakor, and this Khan isn't going to be alive for much longer either. Meanwhile, over here at the Mongol side, where's the Uvu at? Where has he not placed his Uvu yet? So it got killed off a little earlier. I don't see. Is that a 3rd TC? Oh, okay, the Kurutai. I thought he was placing a third TC for some reason. So Castle H is coming through for Trakor. He's opting to go with the Kurutai. 31 villagers are currently on it. He doesn't have an Uvu up and running. At least I don't see it anywhere. It's not on his side of the base. Yeah, those are his 2 stone. Those are the only 2 stone outcroppings he has left. Meanwhile, we see the first of the Onimusha are out with +2 ranged attack already, or +1 ranged attack already through. That is a ton of hardened spears for Trakor. 20 hardened spears, 9 archers, 4 Keshiks. For Rollin, we have 6 Onimusha, 7 samurai, mounted samurai, and an Uma Bannerman. 1 relic has already been picked up for Rollin. 2nd one is on its way. Where are you, Mr. Bannerman? Or not Bannerman, Mr. Shinto Priest. Where are you, Mr. Shinto Priest? Were you down in the middle? I thought they were supposed to be easier to find these people. Anyway, that's a huge force coming through for some reason to kill off these little guys. No, make your palisade. Yes, okay, make your gate. Escape through the backside. Make another gate up here. And just go home. Full walls already completed on the western side of the base. Finishing up in the southern part and on the eastern part of Rollin's base. Meanwhile, he is also going for a little bit of a counterattack all over. Oh no, I think that's just oh yeah, all over the place. 2 Onimusha sitting right on top of the southern trade post. Mounted samurai and Onimusha coming from the east. Mounted samurai and Onimusha coming from the west. He is hitting all over, not giving him a chance to breathe. But this is a huge army from Trakor that's breaking into Rollin's base right now. Does he have anything sitting in the back? Just a handful of Onimusha to deal with the Keshik. Oh, the archer numbers aren't really that high for Trakor, so if he doesn't control this properly, there's only 9 right here with the army. If he controls this properly, he'd be able to kill off the Onimusha with those archers. But a lot of damage is being done over here, killing off so many traders on both ends. The Onimusha on the southwest do get cleaned up by a couple spears from what it seems like. The mounted samurai Onimusha right here on the western side just gaining so much ground. Killed so far, Rollin has killed 49 villagers this game, 49 workers this game. This is this force isn't looking that scary anymore that Trakor has inside of Rollin's base. He is sitting right on top of the production, so what Rollin has right now isn't going to be getting, oh, and he just moves his Onimusha into the range of those spears and he loses about 3 of them, but the Shogunate Palace does come out and we are going to see rockets rain death from above. Meanwhile, over here inside of the base of Trakor, still more and more villagers are going down. The Khan is going to go down yet again. Traders have just been massacred along their trade route. Tons of villagers were being idled right there. Still a massive fourth on the southwestern side, picking off whatever they can. The force that Rollin had on the east seems like it finally got picked off. A single mounted samurai just here chilling. And the mounted samurai with the Onimusha on the west side have backed off. The Kurotai is coming back home, and the entire army of Trakor that he had inside of Rollin's base has been cleared up. The walls are still coming up for Rollin. He's fully secure on the western side, fully secure, almost fully secured on the eastern side, and the centermost will be fully walled as well. Rollin is sitting on 69 villagers, 34 military to 82 villagers of Trakors, and 28 military. Rollin has 18 Onimusha with 15 mounted samurai against Trakor's 14 spears, 8 Mangadai. Nice sprinkled shot right there. Gets, I think it got a kill. No, it just did a lot of damage. Against Trakor's 18 spears, 8 Mangadai, and 4 Keshik. Breaks through the first line of defense, which was a single tower, and now just rushing in. These spears of Trakors are going to put in so much work against those mounted samurai. Rollin has to micro his Onimusha to try to pick off as much as he possibly can without losing. But these Mangadai are applying a lot of damage onto the Onimusha themselves, since the Mangadai are able to move and attack at the same time as where the Onimusha are not able to. So while while Rollin's trying to micro his Mushas, Trakor just needs to follow and instantly get a lot of damage in. And another attempted attack coming through. These Mangadai get caught right in the open. Nice charge and nice amount of damage come through from the mounted samurai and the Onimusha themselves. And now the kiting begins once again with the Musha on top of those spears. We see a second TC coming down in the middle on the left side of the screen. I don't want to lose track of this fight though. That's a lot of micro damage. That's a lot of damage coming in from the microing on both sides though. These Onimusha numbers haven't been able to or have been steadily declining with every engagement because of how the Manganai auto attack works, being able to attack and move at the same time. Rollin is currently sitting at 76 villagers. Slow increase. Obviously he was sitting on only 1 TC. Really nice position on that second town center. Excuse me for that. A nice little split off from the mounted samurai to try to get some more damage in. 62 villager kills total for Rollin at the moment. The mounted samurai get a nice good charge on the Mangadai. They killed off about 5 right there with that charge. These spears are coming back for revenge though. Trakor's gonna end up getting 2 mounted samurai kills right there. More Mangadai are going down, more archers are going down, more mounted spearmen are going down. The amount of back and forth in these fights is absolutely insane. The the Onimusha are just putting so much damage in. The horse archers, the mounted archers for both sides are putting in so much work. It's so much incremental damage that's being put for both sides. Trakor does need to make sure he fights next to the Kurotai. He hasn't really been doing that this game, but it seems like Rollin just has a huge numbers advantage at the moment. He's sitting at 47 military. Rollin is sitting at 47 military. Meanwhile, Trakor's sitting at 19. More than roughly triple the amount, or double the amount, more than roughly double the amount of military going to Rollin. I don't think he's gonna be, I don't think Trakor's gonna be able to hold at this moment now. Yeah, he's sitting on 2 TC. There's a manga now out now for our Japanese player. Mounted Samurai are still here. One did just go down. Nice mango shot on those villagers. That was 11 villagers that just took a mango shot to the head. Second manga now is coming in. Please tell me he buffed. Oh no. Okay, he's just working off of 2 of them. Manga now getting shot by a tower springle. Is it gonna get a second? No, it doesn't get the second shot off. And now these Mangadai are pushing in ever so slightly against the Onamusha. The second town center does go down from Trakor. We need to see more horsemen and mounted samurai coming through for Rollin if he wants to try to keep this push going. He's already lost a lot of ground and a lot of units to these Mangadai. The Kurotai is slightly under attack. Not too big a video. It is a landmark, so it does have the extra the added health essentially. 2 more manga nows are coming in for Rollin though. That is okay, so he has to micro. Rollin has to micro, snipe off the Keshiks as best as he can. Nice manga now shot on to those, and GG gets called with right after that mango shot. Game goes to Rollin. Congratulations. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time.